Hey team, Major Foe here, Operation Last Chance. Uh, USA KMT July 1944. Two pieces of housekeeping from the Italian turn. The sub in one, that's 18. 110. Uh, Forgot to do its convoy rating and the sub in 23. It was in 24, but it should have been in 23 for convoy rating. So we'll just roll those. Britain has both radar and anti-submarine warfare, so they're at +3, and this sub is at +2. So all in all, the defender will be at +1. So the attacker's in red, the defender's at 2. Anti-submarine warfare on a 1 or a 2, it also kills the sub. So roll all three of those together. Ooh, so that was pretty bad. So 5 minus 2 is 3. That maxes out that line. So the UK will lose $3. And the sub survives with a roll of 10. Okay, $3 off the UK. 1, 2, 3, down to 35. Okay, up here, same deal. Attackers in red, defenders in blue, and anti-submarine warfare is the green. So missed on that, and +1 on the defender, so no damage here. And the sub survives. Okay, on to the US tech rolls. US has 7 tech rolls. I will roll them all together to save a bit of time. Okay, so advanced artillery 7 or above. That succeeds. That goes to stage 1. That's a 9, so that succeeds. That goes to stage 1. Heavy armor's a 4. That's a miss. Jet fighters is a 5, of course. That's a miss. Long range aircraft is a 7. That goes to stage 2. Strategic rockets is complete. That is a 12, and radar is a miss. So that stays at stage 1. Purchases. So America has $91. They're going to finish the two heavy battleships for 6 apiece. That's 12. Two attack transports for 16 and 8 apiece. 5 advanced subs for 6 apiece. 2 U.S. Marine Corps for $10, and 2 medium tanks for 12. Lend-lease the KMT a fighter for 10, and they save $1. KMT has 11, so 9 for 3 infantry and 2 for a militia. That's $11. KMT has 3 attacks, so 3 infantry will go to Hope, and it looks like it's a river crossing in the first round on both sides. And then 3 infantry will go to Sunyon, and same thing. 3 infantry crossing a river, so these will all be at 1s. In the mountain, it's still a -1 anyway, but in round 2 in Hope, it'll be back to 2s for these 3 infantry. Into Hunan, 1, 2, 3, 4 mountain, and 1 AA gun. And that's all of the KMT attacks. For America, the advanced sub in 38 will move 1, 2 into C Zone 89. The 2 advanced subs from 65 will join that attack. 1, 2. The 4 advanced subs +1 movement from the sub base. 1, 2, 3, 4 will join that attack. The battleship will also join. And this fighter from an airbase will go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 more movement they can land in Kwangtung. Down here we have 3 battleships. We'll move 1, 2, 3 into the Philippines sea zone. And the 2 transports will join that fight. Just remove these tokens to see who is attacking. 3 transports will join that fight with 2 U.S. Marines and 2 infantry. against the fortification and 2 militia. So I'll have 3 shore bombards for that attack there. I believe that's all the attacks, so we'll start up here. Japan has anti-submarine warfare, so they'll get to shoot back. Oh, correction. I have 3 advanced subs in C-Zone 64, plus 1 movement from the sub base. We'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, and raid in C-Zone 65. Okay. Japan has anti-submarine warfare, so they'll get to roll against the coastal sub, and they're plus 1 on their defense roll, plus 1 for the coastal sub, so that evens out. So America's in blue, Japan's in red, and on a 2 or less, the sub is destroyed. And that's cockeyed, but it is a 4, so this line will take 2 damage, and the sub survives. So 1, 2. So Japan will be down $2 from 58 to 56. Okay, that concludes that fight. Over here we have 3 subs. They're advanced subs, they're plus 4. Anti-submarine warfare is plus 1. So the defender, correction, the attacker will have a plus 3 on the blue dice. First sub, so that's a 12. 7 minus 2 is 5, so that maxes that line out. And they'll lose another $5. That takes them down to 51. And as they have advanced submarine warfare, we'll roll out the next 2 in case I lose a submarine here. Okay, the roll doesn't matter, but that would have been another bunch of money. 4 misses, and a bunch more money had it hit, and the sub miss, or the anti-submarine warfare misses again. So all 3 subs survive, and Japan loses $7 in total. On to the Philippines. So we have 3 shore bombardment first strikes at 4 or less, and the fort has 2 attacks first strike at 5 or less. So we'll roll those together. The reds are 5 or less, and the ships all miss, and the fort hits 1. So 1 U.S. Marine Corps is dead. Okay, so we have the U.S. Marine Corps is at a 2 because of the mountains, and these infantry are at 1s, and these militia are at 3s. So I'll just color this one a little different. So the U.S. Marine is the, God, it's always in the way, is the black dice. So worst possible solution. So 2 hits, and that is all of those troops killed on the first round. And I lost a militia there, so that went just great. Great rolling, Japan. Okay, we'll hopefully have better luck with this attack down here. I've already got the dice laid out. The attackers and the defenders. And as Japan has anti-submarine warfare, their transports can attack the subs on a 1. So they have 3 subs. If they hit any 1s, then the subs here. They have 3 transports. If they hit any 1s, then the subs will take those hits. 2 damaged battleships and 4 battle cruisers. As there's no destroyers, we will look for first strike on 4s. And 1, 2, 3 first strikes. So I'm going to guess they'll take the 3 Japanese transports. And I believe I get a target select on 1s. So I will take a battle cruiser off as a first strike, and then they would likely lose 2 transports. Okay, fighter at 6 or less. 7, that's a miss, and the battleship at 8 or less. 1, that's a hit. So they'll likely lose the transport. So transport at 1, if they hit, that's on a sub, that's a miss. 2 battleships at 6, 1 hit, and 3 battle cruisers at 7. And it's a 9, 2, and 10, so 2 hits in total. I'll take 1 hit off the battleship, and I will... I'll lose the fighter. Okay, so the battleship is at a 7. There's no more first strike. So 1, 2, 3, 4 hits there, and a miss. This is gone, this is gone, this is gone. So 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. So I will lose 4 subs, and 4 hits will likely be like that. Now, I have 3 subs left and a damaged battleship, and they have 1 battle cruiser left. So 1, 2 hits total. So that will kill that, and this back at 7, 4. They take another sub with them. Okay, so a battleship, a damaged battleship, and 2 subs survive that fight. They're likely not long for this world, but they did manage to delete a couple ships on the way. Okay, that concludes the American combat. Let's go into the combat up here. So we have 3 infantry versus 1 militia. The 3 infantry on a 10 or more retreat, and they're attacking at 1s for the entire battle. So I lose 1 and 1 retreats, and I think that's enough of that foolishness. So they'll pull out. Down here, same thing. 3 at 1, 1 at 2. Anything above a 10 will retreat. Okay, so all misses. So now they've crossed the river. It's 3 at 2 versus 1 at 2, but 10s or above will still retreat. So 1 will retreat. Do that easier. Okay, go another round. Nothing. Another round. 2 hits to none. So that will go. Japan will lose $1. KMT will go up $1. Okay. KMT to 8, Japan to 38. Ship's a little messed up. Okay, in here, crossing the mountains, but they're mountain brigades, so there's no effect. So there's 4 at 2, and the 8 gun doesn't shoot, and 1 at 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 at 2, and 1 at 4. So all misses except Japan does get a hit. So we have 3 at 2 and 1 at 4. So another hit. And we'll go one more time. Sucker for punishment. Nothing. Okay, we'll go again. Nothing again. Of course. You know what? I'll lose the AA gun and I'll try it once more. Boom. Lucky number 7 or something? I don't know. Okay, the infantry is dead. Japan goes down 2. KMT goes up 2. KMT's at 10. Japan's at 36. Okay, that will conclude the combat phase of USA and KMT. Non-combat. So the 2 infantry in Hong Kong will move into 100. And that's all of that movement. We have 3 fighters in San Francisco. They'll move on the carriers, and they'll move 1, 2, 3, 4 with +1 movement from the shipyard. Over here we have transport, pick up the 2 infantry, and they'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, and drop off in Normandy. Transport in 25 will move over with the destroyer and drop the 2 U.S. Marine in Normandy. This destroyer will move 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll finish in 24. That's not locked. The 4 infantry will board the 2 transports and move 1, 2, 3, and drop 4 infantry into Scotland. So there's a heavy cruiser, a destroyer, and 2 transports in Sea Zone 3. And that will conclude all of the non-combat movements. Place units. KMT Fighter, Lend-Leased from San Francisco. We'll go into the 100. There are no ships or aircraft that can interdict that. The militia, infantry, and other 2 infantry will go into 100. Okay, all of this is West Coast. So 2 attack transports, 2 U.S. Marines, 2 medium tanks, 2 heavy battleships, and 5 advanced subs, all into Sea Zone 64. That's a pain. That's all in San Francisco. I did forget to move my coastal sub 1, 2 into Sea Zone 59. And that will conclude the USA and KMT turn. United States gets $4 in bonus, plus their 70 and their bonus of 12, so that's $86. KMT is at 10. USA saved $1, so they'll be at 87. And the KMT is at $10. Okay. Now we have 2 rolls to make as we're going into January 1945. First roll is on the South America at War. That's a 4. Argentina base. Place a submarine base in Buenos Aires or Patagonia. This may be used by German submarines as long as Argentina is neutral or access the line. If not, remove the base. Place one free German submarine in Sea Zone 112. Okay, so the Germans get a free sub in Sea Zone 112 if I'm reading that correctly. Okay, and the other role, fairly important, is the end of game role. We are now in July of 44. So on a 1, plus 1 for Paris is a 2. Oh, I guess that's a D12 I need. D6 would make it a little easier. On a D12, delete them all. The game will end and we'll count up the points. If not, we'll see what we're going to do. Okay, 1 or 2, it's a 4. Game does not end. Thanks again for watching.